Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Trekyards. He's Commander Cocking.
He's Kazon Foley. Welcome.
Yes. And today we're talking about Prodigy. It's a new show that started. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. But we actually have a ship that is familiar-ish. There was a Kazon in the episode who arrives in a Kazon shuttle. And we're going to talk about it today because we are the ship guys.
First episode, we first ship in the first episode. Excellent. Good way to start a brand new ship. And in Kazon of all things, not certainly what we were expecting, and that's A-OK. And I gotta say, when I watched the scene, obviously not knowing where the scene was going, I thought, that's a nice ship. Is it a Kazon ship? And then he's like, it is a Kazon ship! Which shows good design if you can successfully achieve I bet that's a Kazon. It is! So I'm pleased I got that instantly.
Yeah, I didn't notice it right away. They did say Kazon. I didn't really look at the ship design-ish, which is weird for me. It was kind of a quick scene or two.
Well, the ship moments are quick.
Exactly.
The editing was certainly a bit odd, and I certainly had to find the best frame because there weren't that many frames. But yeah, if you guys stood up to you, then great. But if not, we're going to do a bit of a breakdown. And here is the pretty clear two renders back and forward. Easy scale with the ramp. And a very Kazon front. And we're going to compare it with the normal shuttle, the original shuttle, in a minute. But yeah, now you sort of can stare at it. What do you think?
I like it. Actually, for a Kazon design, it's pretty cool. I just remember the bigger Kazon ships. I don't remember any Kazon shuttles or anything really off the top of my head. I would need to look at those. I'm not sure.
That's why we're here. Ha!
Exactly. So I'm sure a lot of people are the same. They maybe remember the big Kazon ships, but not necessarily the small ones. So just to compare this side by side with something that we saw in Voyager is an awesome idea. And I really like this design, honestly. And the way it's rendered as well. I like the colors. I like even the engine glow is really cool.
Yeah, I think it's really aesthetically pleasing. It's kind of... the back view is obviously more simple, but the front view, I think, has a lot of nice elements. It's clearly Kazon with its detailing, but if you remove that, it wouldn't be, which is then good that it achieved its goal. But I like the little flourishes really nice. I hope we see it again. It might just be literally a throwaway one-off just to put in the trailer, we've got a Kazon, which is honestly very possible. Clickbait alien. But if we never see it again, hey, we've got it. And already you can see the texture details more than like a lower decks basic ship, because that's the nature of the animation. They've got to put a bit more texture detail in. But no, it's nice, and it's interesting that, such a guy who's, is this the slave one of the Kazon? If he's, stealing people, but it's clearly a very small ship, so it's not going to be very capable. Does he have a capital ship as well, etc., etc. And also, we are far away. There's no reason to link it directly to the main Kazon ships because this is another part of the quadrant, and the Kazon were obviously very far north in the Delta quadrant, whereas this is very far south. So, it was obviously a trade ship, just a variation of variation.
And that's the other thing about Prodigy. We're not quite sure where it sits in the Delta quadrant right now. Like, it could be near the caretaker in the Ocampa homeworld, and these could be descendants of people that the caretaker brought from the Alpha quadrant. Who knows?
Well, they have said it's on near the border.
They have, yes. There's a lot of arguments being made for both, but I know they've said that. It definitely could be the Alpha side of the Delta quadrant, which is more our thinking. How the Kazon got there is more of a mystery, because it's the Kazon. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, how many sects were there originally? And maybe 10 went off south.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's very territorial that way. But obviously, let's compare then. The first view is... And obviously you're thinking, but what? No, the joke about Voyager is that there's only 3 ships we ever see. There's a landing craft that's in one shot, and the interior, which is not very similar. There's the everything ship, from a carrier to a cruiser to a shuttle. It's used as a shuttle. And then the big ship. So it is a shuttle, so it's fair to compare directly. And also it's the main ship you always associate. So here it is, yeah.
Quite similar, quite different at the same time. And it's that's fair, honestly, because there are multiple different shuttles, even for the Federation. So if
least there should be if Voyager was more good at making more miniatures.
Yeah. But yeah, if an alien race was looking at a Federation shuttle going, oh, this design looks similar to this one. Yeah, the Kazon always had interesting designs. That front part that sticks down was always a element that I remembered. It very much makes the ship look like a weapon, like a handheld weapon of some sort. This one's missing that, but it maintains the fins at the front, and I actually like the fins at the back, how they go up as opposed to the downward ones. Color scheme looks good. I mean, the detailing, the kind of like artistic designs on the side. Never realized that the one in Voyager has a huge delta on the side of it, but that's okay.
You made that exact same joke when you looked at the horror episode, Stuart.
I don't remember that because that was forever ago. Definitely see a lineage here. Definitely see a link. So good job. I mean,
honestly, I think it's kind of a masterful redesign. Like, it's clearly Kazon but yeah, when you compare them, you can see all of the aesthetic connective tissues right there, but they're not direct parallels, and they make sense in a smaller ship. I think it's kind of masterful, actually, and I hope this is a statement of the intention by the casting, or the not the cast, yeah, they're designing ships, of the crew, saying we know how to make faithful ships. You know, when we see Chakotay's ship, when we see X, Y, and Z, they'll all feel very true, as opposed to weird redesigns, because this feels so faithful. It's right out of Voyager, just with a bit smoother than they'd have done, but I think it's lovely.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that the Kazon of all races get this kind of call out was a very interesting choice. So
kind of makes sense, kind of a full circle sort of way. My only qualm about this is that this shot was ill thought out, because it blends in with the ground so well that it's only on that this is only one for one shot, and you can easily be forgiven for sort of saying, well, where does the ship begin and end in the pan? I've actually brightened up the left hand side because it was very dark as well, so it's like, the ground should have been a different color. Even if it was all just that blue, it would have been better. That's just okay, but slight misstep on that.
Yeah, and like you said, the scenes are really quick, and I didn't really necessarily take note of what the shuttle design looked like at the time. So yeah, I'm sure everybody appreciates us looking at these.
Yeah, but the back view, obviously a bit more different, because this is as a visible ramp and it's much smaller, so a lot less paralleled, but here's the direct side by side.
The color palette, though, for the ship is bang on, which is amazing. Overall, you can kind of see a lineage or a link just with the structures of everything. So, I mean, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's very, you can see if you made that middle bit an engine, because it's smaller, it's got that top spine. And then if you kit bash it 4 times and give it those side, it's. But this thing, it should be more different. And it would have been really strange to see in this exact craft. God, 11 years later in a different part of the quadrant, it's like, wow, they really kept this Trey shuttle from 80 years ago flying. Less to compare, obviously, but perfectly good. And obviously, as we always say, we hope to see more ships, more old ships, more new ships, etc., etc. But this is a good, like I say, really good first step. Really good first step.
Yeah, definitely got our fingers crossed for this series. So far, it's really good. Got off to a good start. So, anyway, yeah, I don't have much to say about the back of the ship, and that's kind of the look at the Kazon Shuttle from episode 1, guys.
The blink and you'll miss it. It's official.
Exactly. Now. Anytime we see ships like this, we're going to look at them, we're going to compare them, we're going to discuss them, because we love ships, and that's why you guys are probably here. And if not, click subscribe. You should be subscribed. You should be notified. Click the notification bell icon. And by all means, like the video. Comment down below what you thought about the shuttle. Did you even recognize it? Did you notice it? Let us know your thoughts, and just talk about the design. We'd love to hear it. So, and join us for lives if you can.
Well, it's important because we, obviously these all factor into the main episode, and therefore we'll discuss them in the main episode breakdown. And we want to know what you think of this conversation. And obviously, if you can support us to keep these conversations going, adding these new renders. I mean, literally no one else will do these level of render. Yeah, even match the lighting, etc., to kind of give the exact same vibe. It's important to me, and it should be important to you guys as well. So support us via Patreon, PayPal, join the channel, as in the YouTube channel. It's a button, it's a monthly thing, but it's really helpful. Or Super Chat during the lives, which is our favourite way, because it's direct communication, and we get to hear from you, and we want to. So thanks in advance if you can.
That's right. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley.
I'm Connor Combs.
See you guys later.
Bye, guys.